RCKicks. On today's show, a few new cars have arrived, some are coming, and a basic update on what's been going on over the last week because it's been really busy. Trying to sort the studio out, trying to improve a few things, buying in bits and pieces. So I've got lots of projects on the go. So I just wanted to give you a bit of an update of what's going on. So the first thing is this little puppy. What do you think? I picked this up yesterday. Now this, if you don't know, is the special edition black Avanti from Tamiya. If you've seen some of my previous videos, I'll put a link up here to some of the other Avantis that I've got. So I started off with the 2011 Riri Avanti. This was my first Avanti, and that was a mint. Never driven, but it was already built for me. Then I thought that was enough for me. I wasn't really going to progress much further with the Avantis, and like most things in the RC hobby, you kind of move a bit further down and you end up, and then I managed to find a 2001 Avanti that needs a little bit of love, but it's pretty much there. It's lovely, really nice. I will do a rebuild on this car, but it's pretty nice as it is. Then a couple of weeks ago, you can see where this is going, can't you? Then up came the early 88 Avanti that needs a full rebuild. This one is tired. It does need a little bit of love, but it's complete, it's all there, and I've changed the steering. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll see that the steering was actually from a more modern one, and luckily someone was kind enough to sell me one. So it's now back to exactly how it should be. It just needs to be fully resorted and a full rebuild. Head's wrong, obviously. Apart from that, it's all complete. It's got a fantastic 540 Technigold in there that's mint, so I'm well chuffed with that one. And then the only one I was missing after that was the black. So we have the 88, 2001, 2011, and then there's the black. So there we go. So I was well chuffed to pick it up. It's in lovely condition. It doesn't need for much whatsoever. I've actually got the motor here for it that's brand new, never been used, so that will go in this. There's just a holding motor at the moment. Needs a bottom tray, which I've already ordered. I've ordered a new bumper and a new plate because this was a runner. It's in very good condition and it was run with a different body. It wasn't run with this body, and when I purchased it, it came with the body that was for running. I will paint this up, and I'm going to do this non-box art, just a bit of fun at some point. And I've got stickers coming too. The only downside to this car is the driver is slightly damaged because it melted in the heat one day, but I've got a replacement coming, so that's all sorted. New bumper as well, so that'll all be mint and lovely, and then I will put this in it as well and get them all fully running. Still trying to get hold of white wheels for the 2001, so please, if you've got some or you see some online, send me a link and I'll finally get them. I did see one set that was up from Switzerland, but the money was ridiculous. I'm not paying £120 for a set of plastic wheels. If worst comes to the worst, I will spray these ones, but I would rather wait 4 or 5 months before I go down that road. So that's the Avanti story so far. Just plonk this back. Also, it was really nice, it came with its box, so it's got its mint box, which was lovely to have. Also, it came with some spare wheels, because these are the wheels that it was running on, and these are actually in really good condition as well, so I'll keep those. The only one still missing really now is the Vajra, I think it's called. Pronunciation could be different, and that's the Avanti truck version. So I've managed to find a body and stickers for Vajra, yeah, okay, we'll go with that. But I'm still on the hunt for a car. If I can't find one, I could possibly modify an Avanti to become that car, but I'd rather buy an original if I can. I found where I can buy wheels and tyres as well, so that's good. But ideally I'd like to find the car if I can. So if you know of one for sale, preferably in the EU, that would be great, because the import taxes are insane. To bring things into the UK, that would be great. Then that's pretty much it. I have the egress as well. The egress is mint, there it is mint, so that doesn't need doing, needs electronics in that. And obviously I've got the Vanquish that you've probably seen before. If not, I'll post a link up here to the Vanquish as well. So that's what's been going on that side. Now, what else has been going on? Now, if you don't know, I gave away a Frog not that long ago, and I love building it, and I love driving it, and I did a driving video for it. I'll put a link up here as well, and I had loads of fun with that car. So much so that I couldn't help myself, and I purchased a very sorry for itself version of a Frog. Now, it was painted with body paint by the look of it, so of course it's all fallen off. So if you paint these, do not use car paint. It will not work. It just all falls off. Get the right paint. Got to be paint for polycarbonate bodies. Sounds really simple, but the amount of cars that I pick up that have this problem, this one, this has the same problem. So when you paint up your bodies, don't think you can get away with it. And what's going on with this? This is a full runner at the moment. I put some more electronics in it and it works. It's not perfect. It has got a few issues with it, but I've managed to pick up all the pieces I need this week. So we have a new bumper, which I was going to put on my Audi, but it turns out you need the smaller one for the Audi. Didn't know that. Thanks very much, whoever told me that. So this can go on the grass, on the Frog, because this one's all damaged. Then also this car is damaged on this swing arm. It's cracked across the top. So that's going to be replaced. So that's why I have this. I might strip down the gearbox as well and have a look, and then use a new one of those. Also, I picked up some nuts and bolts because it's using the wrong screws on the steering. The steering screws are basically a screw thread to a blank so that they can pivot, but people don't tighten them up properly or Loctite them, and then they fall out, and then people just screw in normal screws on the bottom, and that messes the steering up on these. So I managed to source some of those, so that'll fix that problem. And I picked up some additional bearings. So I've got to put bearings, because this is going to be a runner. It's going to be a well sorted runner, but it's going to be a runner. And there is a difference between the original springs and the Riri springs. So I picked up a set of Riri springs. So I will be dismantling these and using some of the parts off of the Riri ones to replace the plastic part. Basically there's a metal part on the end, and then these are plastic. So I'll change them over. So that'll look a bit nicer, and then I'll polish these up and things like that. What else? Oh, I've got a body somewhere. Not sure where it is. I've got a new body and new stickers to go on. Also, I picked up some original stickers from Tamiya for the Riri. I've got the Tamiya Racing, and I've picked up some MCI stickers that have the correct old vintage stickers. So I'll swap a few of those out, and then that will be just as sorted as the one I just gave away, and I will love driving that one. So that's going to happen. I'm not going to do that on video. There's no point. You've all seen the Frog building videos, I take it. If not, I'll post a link up here, and I'll just do that off camera. And also I want to put a new motor in it. So there's that as well. So that's what's happening with the Frog. What else is going on? So let's get rid of this. What else is going on? Well, I've managed to talk my wife into building a car with me on the channel. So I had a look online, and I picked up a few cars that I thought would be a good place to start, and something that she's actually interested in. Believe it or not, my wife is a big old vintage 911, 1979, 1980s Porsche. So I thought, I've always wanted to buy a Porsche. Not quite what she had in mind, but there we go. So I now picked up 2 of these and the bearings. So in the coming weeks, the 2 of us are going to build these on camera and paint them up, and she's going to do everything. So we'll do them in tandem. She's never painted a car, she's never built one of these before, so I thought it would be really good to show the people that are thinking of getting into this and have never done a kit before that it can be done. Got some electronic speed controllers and some slightly better motors coming for these, so they'll be coming this week. And also we're going to do one as box art, and then we're going to do another one like a different famous vintage racing car, and I picked up those stickers from MCI Racing. So there's that that's coming. Oh, it's been a busy week. So what happened this morning? Well, I was speaking to a guy who lives a long way away from London, and he has managed to get hold of a Tamiya Dyna Storm. It's in pretty decent condition for his age, and he's got a pink motor for it as well. The body's never been painted, so I managed to get that off him, and it's going to fly all the way around the world to get here. So I'm looking forward to that because it's one I've wanted to add for a while. The only downside to it, is the tax import duty. It's going to be quite expensive, and I've got to find some Dyna Storm stickers. So if you have some, get in contact at gavinevans@rckicks.com and I will have them off you. Yes, I can't pay $6 billion for them, so got to be a reasonable price. If I can't get some at a reasonable fair price, then I will go down the MCI route, but it would be a shame because the body's original as far as I know. So once it arrives, I will do a little unboxing video for you and show you what I've actually got. What else have we got? Some motors and electronic speed controllers have come in. I don't know if I said in an early video, but I've been looking to get this car fully up and running. So I needed some motor and electronic speed controller for this car, but I wanted to keep it period correct. So I managed to get hold of, after asking all you guys what was the best motor to put in this car, you all said get one of these, which is exactly what I did. So this is going to go into this car, but it also needs to have an electronic speed controller. So a few of you mentioned some electronic speed controllers, and I managed to get hold of 2. Oh, what have I done with them? Oh, I should have got them out before I started recording, but I've put them somewhere. Here we go. I picked up 2 from the same guy. So these are vintage racing electronic speed controllers. That one, don't know if you can see that. That's the, I forget the name, Quantum LRP. They can push a decent brushed motor, so that's brilliant. And also have another one as well, which is the oh, what's this one called? I can't remember now. CoPro Racing Products. Yeah, I can't remember the number off the top of my head. So that one. So one of these is going to go into this car, and I've got another one for another project. Well, thinking about it, it will probably go into the Dyna Storm, I would have thought, because I'd like to do the same thing because that's got the pink motor. So they will go into that. So I managed to pick these up. So I was really chuffed with that. They're really, really good. Another bit of good news, bad news. Do you want the bad news or the good news? Well, I suppose the bad news is probably best to get out of the way first. Well, it's going to be my birthday very, very soon, and I'm another year older. Yeah. How old? Well, I don't think I can tell you. But the good news is luckily my family have been very kind and they've chipped in, and I've just placed an order for a Kyosho Optima Turbo. New inbox, brand new kit that's going to be winging its way to me, so I'm really looking forward to that. We've never had a Kyosho on the show before, and I've never built one. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's a stunning Riri kit, very beautiful, loads of gold anodized metal and lots of metal parts. So, and I've never driven one, so that'll be another excellent experience. So I'll do it on the show. We'll do a full build, full unboxing, paint, running video, the 9 yards on that one. So it's going to be epic. That, I think, is pretty much it. Oh, I managed to get some 3D printed parts for the Vanquish sent to me from a guy that I chat to online quite a bit, and they're from America. So he sent them over, and we've been tracking them for a while, and they went from basically where he lives in America, then it flew to Newark, which is slightly towards the east side, then it went from Newark to San Francisco, so all the way back to the west side, and then it went from San Francisco to Australia. So they are now in Australia. So it's going to take a while because that's kind of the opposite direction from England and London. So they've been stuck in Australia for about a week and a half. So I'm hoping that they're going to turn up because it looks very much like they're lost. Because I'm really desperate to get one of the Vanquishes running and do a running video for you before it just explodes the minute I put it on the ground and hit the throttle. So I was going to swap out some of the G11 parts and things like that for the 3D printed ones so that I've got more chance of the thing actually working instead of just kapluming on me. So that's what's going on. Also I am about to do a servo testing video. I was hoping to do it this weekend, but I just ran out of time completely. I've got about 15-18 different servos. Some I've got Savox, and then I've got a load of Banggood specials ranging from like $5 right up to they're sort of more expensive than a Savox service. So I'm gonna have a proper decent, probably 2 videos out of that one, but it takes a lot of time because I want to test them properly. I've had a play with them already, and going into the testing, I kind of thought that there would be small margins between them all. You know, there wouldn't be that much in them, like, oh, this one's slightly more powerful, this one's a little bit more precise, stuff like that. Well, after just messing with them for 10 minutes, some of them are night and day. Vastly different. Some of them are noisy, some of them are super silky, others are clanky and they judder. Others, you know, if I put them on the table without putting them down and then I move them from one axis to the other, they will bounce across the table. Others will just sit there and move. So there's a lot of difference in the servos, which is great because I should really be able to show that to you, because I was a bit worried that I'd end up doing loads of tests and there'd be marginally little things. But so keep watching for that. I'll promise to bring you that as soon as possible, and hopefully I'll be able to work out what are the best servos to buy from Banggood and which ones are to leave well alone. So that'll be coming very soon, as well as tons of building videos and paint jobs that I've got to do, but I've also been spending a while trying to sort the studio out and get it a little bit better. Right, thanks very much. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Bye-bye.